Dave Nicewonder, sometimes known as Old Sneelock. But tonight I'm just talking about things Dave Nicewonder's interested in. I don't exactly understand how the world runs. I know how I would like it to, but I don't always understand what causes things to happen exactly the way they do. Because it absolutely makes no sense. I'm going to tell you a couple of stories. Kind of related, but two different stories. I was told a long time ago, long time ago, that about 1960, we were in the middle of an arms race with the Soviet Union. The Cold War had been going on since 1945. And one of the problems was we had developed an atomic bomb and ICBMs. And so had the Russians. But the Russians had a problem. See, the US had really good ball bearings. Little tiny ones. Now what's the purpose of a little tiny ball bearing? Good ball bearing. Well, the ICBMs were guided by inertial guidance systems. That means they were run by gyroscopes. The better the bearing, the smoother the gyroscope spun, the more accurate it could be. So you could determine where your ICBM was going to land much more accurately. So you didn't have to fire off quite as many. You could take, instead of shooting 20, you could shoot 10 and be the same effectivity. Now, that sounds kind of far-fetched and out of the norm, but that's the way it works. That's math and physics. That's how it works. The US would not sell grinding equipment to the Russians, the Soviets, because we knew if they had better ball bearings, they'd have better gyroscopes, more accurate ICBMs, and they could threaten us better. They could force us to do what they wanted us to. So, I'll be darned if somebody didn't get it up their cantankerous old butt to sell high-speed ball bearings, grinders. And that meant that the Soviets could make better ball bearings and better gyroscopes and hit targets better. Now that's bad enough. But the idea was somebody approved it. And they approved it because, well, you know, somebody wanted to make engines. And truck engines required ball bearings. So why don't we sell, you know, why don't we have ball bearings made there rather than ship them over? Well, because we got paid for selling ball bearings, and when we gave away the equipment to make ball bearings, we not only gave them the ability to make ball bearings, but to blow us up. So, foolish move. Foolish move. At least my opinion. What do I know? Then, a while later, in the late 70s, I worked for United Technologies in the early 80s, and in the late 70s, United Technologies got into an agreement with some of the Japanese companies to have them come over and learn from us. We were going to help them advance. You know, we've beaten the Japanese long enough. Let's pull them up by their bootstraps and make them a productive member of society. And okay, being the wonderful people that they were, the yokels in charge of United Technologies opened up the plants and let the Japanese come in and take a look. So one of the plant managers, who I happen to know, had a group of these Japanese come into the building, and they were going around and taking pictures and asking questions and making all kinds of drawings and everything. And visit was over, they left. They came back the next year. They had a new engineer with them, young guy. And everybody had gone around taking pictures of the plant, and all the equipment and making notes and all kinds of stuff. And this new guy was taking pictures, and one of the other engineers walked over to him and said, "Not that one, we already have that." So, my plant manager that I knew said, "You out, never come back." So, the Japanese didn't go into that United Technologies plant for a while. They eventually did because, we're kind of soft in the head. As it is, every time we hold out our hand with something in it and say, "Here, we'll help you," they cut our fingers off. Foolish move. Foolish, foolish move. Anyways, that's my opinion. And I think the world would be a better place if we had a few more people that weren't quite so darn agreeable. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. I read them all. Thanks for watching.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.